What if you gave a beehive's brain to a robot army? It sounds like something from a crazy sci-fi movie, but it's 100% real. This is happening right now, and today, I'm taking you inside the secret lab that brought the Hive Mind to life. You've seen a drone before, right? That one buzzing machine in the sky. They're awesome, but they have one giant problem. A single big drone is a single point of failure. If it crashes, it's game over. It's slow, can't cover big areas, and it's completely useless in complicated places. Think about searching for someone in a collapsed building. A big drone can't get through all the twisted metal. For years, everyone thought the answer was building one bigger, better drone. But that's like building a better shark when what you really need is a school of piranhas. And if you want to use a bunch of drones, you need a bunch of pilots, which is impossible. The real challenge was making them think together. And the answer wasn't in some boring textbook, it was literally buzzing in our backyards. Nature is the best engineer on the planet, it's not even a competition. Through billions of years, it has solved problems our smartest people are just now figuring out. And when it comes to flying together as a team, nobody does it better than the honeybee. A beehive is basically one giant brain. Tens of thousands of bees, all acting as one unit, doing things that would be impossible for just one bee. They build insane houses, control the hive's temperature, and find food like it's a competition. And they do it all without a boss yelling at them. The queen bee. She's mostly just there to lay eggs. The real intelligence is spread across the entire swarm. So these scientists asked a crazy question: what if we stopped building one big robot, and just copied the bees? To see how this is even possible, I'm taking you inside a top-secret lab building the future. We're talking about places like Germany's Festo Bionic learning network. These guys are on another level. At a giant tech fair, they unveiled the BionicBee, and it literally blew everyone's mind. Imagine a swarm of tiny, super-light robot bees, flying and moving together, completely on their own. No pilots. Each one only weighs 34 grams. And I'm not talking about some pre-programmed light show you see at a concert. This was a real, working swarm, a hive mind made of carbon fiber and silicon. So how in the world did they pull it off? They had to solve two massive problems that bees figured out ages ago: how to talk, and how to fly. The secret to a beehive is communication. When a bee finds a ton of flowers, it flies back and does this little ritual called the Waggle Dance. It sounds funny, but it's genius. With a little figure-8 dance, it tells all the other bees the exact direction and distance to the food. So these engineers literally built a digital waggle dance for their robot swarm. There is no leader. No central computer telling every drone where to go. They just talk to each other. If one drone spots something important, it tells its nearest neighbors, and the message spreads through the swarm like a wave. This is incredibly tough. If one drone breaks or gets bad information, the rest of the swarm just overrules it and keeps going. You can't stop them. This isn't a theory. They've already built it. This system is so simple, it could work in a disaster zone with no cell service, or even on Mars. Okay, a hive mind is cool, but it's useless if your robots can't fly. And an insect flies completely differently from a plane or a normal drone. The bionic bee flaps its wings 15 to 20 times every single second. It's an absolute blur. A tiny motor drives the flapping, and other little motors adjust the wings to let it pull off insane moves. To do this, the robot has to be impossibly light. The bionic bee weighs just 34 grams. They made it happen using something called Generative Design, where engineers basically told an AI the rules, and the AI designed the most efficient, lightest frame possible. The result is this crazy, 3D, printed skeleton. They somehow packed all the motors, battery, and tech into a body just 22 centimeters long. And get this, because each one is assembled by hand, they're all slightly different. It is insane that we are copying bees to build future robots. If your mind is as blown as mine is right now, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. We find the craziest science stories like this every week, and you are not going to want to miss what we do next. Okay, so we have flying robot bees with a hive mind. So what? What can you do with this? This isn't just for fun, this technology will literally change the world. The most obvious one is farming. Real bee populations are in trouble, and that's a huge problem for our food. So imagine sending swarms of these robot bees into orchards to pollinate crops with perfect precision. It could help secure the world's food supply. Researchers are already making drones that can find flowers all by themselves using cameras, no GPS needed. Or how about search and rescue? This is a total game changer. An earthquake hits, a building collapses. Instead of sending one clumsy robot in, first responders could unleash a swarm of 100 tiny drones. They could pour into the wreckage, flowing through the smallest cracks to map the area and find survivors faster and safer than any person ever could. They could even be programmed to sniff for gas leaks or spot the heat from a person trapped in the rubble. You could use them to monitor the environment, check bridges for weak spots, or inspect giant power plants. The possibilities are endless because a swarm can adapt to anything. For hundreds of years, we've looked at the world and seen things like a beehive as magic. Something totally separate from our world of computers and machines. But now, we're building our own. By finally admitting that a simple bee has already solved some of our most difficult problems, we are unlocking a new kind of technology. One that's flexible, smart, and almost feels alive. The robot hive mind is real. It's not science fiction anymore. And it's a massive reminder that some of the most futuristic ideas aren't in our imaginations, they're waiting in the world all around us. The hive mind is here, and it's about to change everything. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Share this video so more people can see it, and don't miss our next informative videos.